interview 9-1. I don't know if it's quite that bad,
wow.
but really the slide beats the fireball. The overhead doesn't let him keep charge, and it's just really easy, to be honest. That being said, NuckleDu is a lot more versed with Guile than Hamad is with Elena in tournament, so it's still very possible that he'll end up winning. But Elena has been NuckleDu's demon, and she also beats the Capri, and he said time and time again that he thinks he'd be winning a lot more if it wasn't for that character. And versus Elena, Guile has to throw a lot less Sonic Booms due to her being able to slide them oftentimes on reaction. The long focus attack's also a huge boon to her here because it can punish a lot of those normals from ranges other characters can't.
Right.
And there's just
and there's
no
the healing. Man, that's just crazy.
He can EX Sonic Boom, but it's just not enough reward to make it worthwhile. And you see, Guile, he can't throw Sonic Booms easily because they will get reacted to and punished. From that range, it's a little harder.
Du's got to work his way in. Hamad is slowly getting his way to the corner, but at the same time, if you push him too much, he's going to get hit.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, every time Elena focuses something, she gets more health in essence because she gains Ultra Meter. And Guile's a character is based on chipping you down, but since Elena's gaining health every time you try that, it's just so hard for her to actually get a life lead. But this is exactly what he needs. There's only room for probably one more Ultra in this round if he has to focus any more fireballs. And he may not get it. 16 seconds left. Guile with, I think, a slight life lead. It's hard to tell, but the sweep goes under the fireball. Life lead back to Guile. But Ultra back in his favor. He made his Ultra here in order to get enough health to win the match. Woo! And that's not going to be enough. Whoa. He's going to win by time. Yes!
Oh, man. Timed out.
3 healings in one round. That's an effective like 1,500 health. More than Zangief, despite being half the size.
Nice mix-up combo here on Guile.
Very big damage combo. Puts him in the corner. And Guile, despite being a military man, has very low stun. And so he can actually get stunned right away.
There's yeah. Oh my goodness.
Goes for the reset sick of the combo's too long. And Hamad, in a huge advantage. This is free.
Oh my goodness.
He has to switch characters.
Wow.
Hamad is definitely good enough with Elena to show that this is not winnable.
So this could quite be a Elena DiCaprio match. What do you think?
I think there's no chance Du will pick Guile again. Du is the one in losers. He's the one who really has to make the switch right now in order to come back in the set. And I hear the character select screen coming up. And yeah, we're definitely going to probably see... I mean, honestly, you can't say we're never going to see DiCaprio because that character loses too. So we might see a Cammy. I know he plays, so we might see an Akuma, Seth, Abel. I think one of those characters or DiCaprio will be who NuckleDu picks.
Du is really thinking about this right now.
I see they've gone into the match, but I'm not sure who he's picked. It's looking like Guile again. Wow. I'm so shocked by that decision.
Well, you know what? Like we said, we've got a leeway of matches here, so he might be trying to figure out a couple little things before his final thoughts. Oh, man.
Oh, anti-airs with the Sonic Boom. Typically not what you would use, but it works out. Very nice combo.
Going in here.
If you're going to beat Elena with Guile, you have to go in. It works against the favors of your character, but at the same time, throwing Sonic Booms just gives her more health instead of doing the opposite. It's very strange. It's very awkward. It's very, you know, it's unintuitive. Nice. And I think Du's done a good job of switching up his game plan here. But you know what? The health is back closer to even as a result of that. Incredible punish. The thing is, if Du is to block EX Mallet Smash, he loses his charge, so he can't do down throwing the flash kick. His best option at that point is down strong Sonic Boom FADC, which is exactly what he followed up with.
Well, hopefully he can keep it up. Here we go.
And maybe we'll eat our words here. Maybe Guile will end up being what carries him to victory.
Yeah, he's going to have to be, you know, like you said, more aggressive. Whoa.
The issue with picking Guile here and using him as a rushdown character is obviously that doesn't fit his tool set, but at the same time, this is what Du's used to, and I think he thinks this is what he can win with the best. And he gets hit by the low crouching, so he was probably mashing crouch tech himself, and here he is, close to stun. Any one more hit could probably do it. But no combo, counter hit, he's really close at this point. No punish on the EX Rhino Horn. And he's out of stun range and back into heal range. This is not over by any stretch, but it's a lot closer after that counter hit. And Meaty will do it. Oh, but he jumps out of the Meaty!
Yeah. Pixel health, that's not...
And wow, after trashing on him for picking Guile, he wins that in around 2 minutes.
Yes.
So, we'll see if Hamad switches back to Fei Long as a result.
No way.
Wake up. That's not invincible, but it is 3 frames.
He's being more aggressive with Elena now. However, back in the corner, though. Woo-woo.
Jumps into the corner, but this is going to be punished. And not by a combo, but just by a down strong.
Here we go.
Huge punish here. Oh, and mistimes his meaty overhead. No anti-air there from Elena, despite having all the bars to do EXDP.
Uh-oh.
Still bars, so he backs off because he does not want to get TP'd by Elena. At this point, anytime Elena hits Guile, she's going to heal. So he's kind of on a timer to where he may die. And he ends up,
wow.
Look at that, despite being a life disadvantage, Elena is now winning. The reason he backdashed there is because the focus attack actually would have gone over Elena's head where he released it, despite hitting.
Oh.
Tries to do that, but ends up getting caught by the Sonic Boom. And another healing 10 seconds later. Punished, though, for pretty much maximum damage there.
Great text.
At this point, he will not get another heal.
Nope, anti-air. Great stuff here.
Dude did a great job there.
Play.
The heal there got off, but he ended up punishing into a knockdown and ended up not being very effective for Hamad in that situation.
Ooh. Guys are using some great footsie buttons here.
The short version of that move is so often unpunished. It is punishable, but since it's only 2 hits as opposed to 4, people end up not looking for it as much.
Oh, man.
And really, he's adapted so well to the point where he is pretty much dominating him in this horrible matchup. Ooh. And that's going to be punished.
Punish that slide.
3 jabs, interesting punish. Probably felt more comfortable with that combo as opposed to something else.
Whoa!
I bet he sees the sweep, but it gets hits and nothing happens.
Oh, and that is it. Okay. Due to Hamad 1.
I don't think you're going to see Hamad pick Elena again. The adaptation's been extremely strong, and I think this is where it might reset. Obviously, and instead, I think he said what ended up happening is I think he said in his head the whole first set he's going to pick Elena. He's not going to bother trying with Fei Long. He doesn't like the matchup whatsoever, and he thinks he's going to ride or die with a better matchup, and I can respect that.
Ooh.
But it's not working out for him right now.
No, Du's playing very smart here. He's using his projectiles to his advantage.
No
Man, these techs, the reads are great.
He's not anti-airing enough, unfortunately. Du's jumping at the times where it's catching him off guard, and EXDP would work, but he's just not willing to spend the meter.
Man, flash kick.
He's getting outplayed to the point where I think he's going to have to switch characters. This is not working anymore.
He's being so aggressive with her, you know, especially with the first round was a timed out match.
You're totally right about that, Guile. I think that we need to see him focus more fireballs and backdash and end up getting the lead via Ultra. If he can heal 3 times in a match, he's much more likely to win.
Whoa.
So far he's at a pretty even life, but he already has half his Ultra bar, doing a lot better than he's done in the last few rounds.
Oh, man.
And heal there will end up putting him in a positive life thing when he started. But that's the biggest combo possible, so I'm totally wrong. He is now at a life disadvantage as opposed to when he started healing. And that's going to be a stun. This could very easily kill.
That's it right there. Great stuff by NuckleDu.
A quick reset. Hamad goes for a fist pound again. I think this is where the real set starts. I think this is when Fei Long versus Guile starts. And I appreciate that Du stuck with Guile because it ended up working out in his favor, and now he has practice going into grand finals for this matchup.
I'm interested to see. Okay, sounds like the character select screen. Yeah. Wow. Alice biting her nails there for a second.
And he picked Fei Long this time around. I think he said, yeah, in winners, I'll try Elena. In losers, I'm going to go with my stuff. One thing about Hamad is that he does not get flustered whatsoever. You saw someone come to coach and said, you know, I got this. Like, I'm playing my main now. I can very well likely do this. And this is where we're going to see the set between the 2 characters these guys use best.
So let's see what they can do here.
What makes this matchup hard is that Fei Long's options to beat Fireball do not work as well versus Guile's slow Fireball. His chicken wing can often go through a Fireball and still get punished. His jump-ins often will not work. I mean, it's a situation where Guile matches up very well.
Nice DP there.
But in the corner, Guile is always bad versus, you know, pressure game.
Oh, here we go, chicken wing.
I think he tried to bait a DP there on purpose as opposed to going up for a follow-up combo, but dude does not bite.
Okay, good stuff here by Hamad.
Jumping back roundhouse. Decides not to escape the corner. Not sure if that was on purpose or not, but the life lead is now in Du's favor.
Oh.
No follow-up on that's going to be a big deal. It may have actually whiffed.
Ooh!
Oh, no crumple there.
Here.
One Rekka series will win
Whoa,
it.
whoa.
And despite whiffing the first one, he still goes to the second one
goodness.
and goes to the third one anyway.
Wow.
Counter hits the... Oh,
Chased him
man.
down. Man.
He reacted with a fierce a little too late and get counter hit instead, giving Hamad the first round. The biggest tool that Hamad has here in this matchup is the focus attack. Fei Long is one of the best focuses in the game, and it's an extremely strong move versus Guile due to almost all of his moves being one hit and not breaking focus.
Oh, wow.
Very nice. Down strong goes into down jab, even on non-counter hit.
Throw into the corner.
At this point, he completely controls the corner, though, and it's going to be tough.
Oh,
the ultra reacts, and that will hit.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Puts on the shades, even versus friend, and blocks the ultra. Let's see how he gets the most meter. Jab into flash kick.
All right, next round is going to close this game out here.
And remember, we're back at 0-0 because NuckleDu isn't losing. She's instead reset the grand finals, so now you're going to have to win another 3 matches. Doesn't counter hit on the focus in his first attempt.
Both of these guys playing very patient right now. Ooh.
Ooh, and that's going to end up being a lot of damage and a lot of corner carry. He whiffs the Rekka after that for positioning and for meter gain, by the way. So that's why you see him whiff that Rekka. At this point, Hamad has a big life advantage. It's only getting bigger. People are very wary of Du with 2 bars. They know that he really likes the flash kick once he has 2 bars. The meaty DP there stops Du from doing flash kick FADC. What it'll actually do is hit him out of the air once they're both invincible. This way, he can't. Whereas if he were to bait the DP by blocking, Du would be able to FADC and remain safe. By doing a meaty DP instead, he catches him out of the air, no FADCP is possible, and the hard read ends up granting him a much better situation than blocking would do.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. So, I mean, that has Hamad winning this next, this next round, and then, heck, Du's gonna, well, he picked DiCapri instead of Guile.
You know, the matchup has not been the story of the day. People have not necessarily been picking the best matchup in the given situation. They've been picking the character that you've been talking about that they're the most comfortable with.
Yeah.
And after losing like that with Guile, I think I don't think he likes the focus attack of Fei Long in that matchup. He got hit by a bunch of counter focuses, but he's going back to it anyway.
Back. Yeah, you're right. He went back. We're just going to have to see, you know, because I was thinking with DiCapri, he'd have a little bit more, you know, mobility, you know, a little bit more aggression, but, you know, like we were saying, maybe it's the familiarity of being with Guile.
I think Hamad is such a studier, and the fact of the matter is a lot of DiCapri is gimmicks, and not solely, she's a very solid character, but a lot of the scramble maneuvering, a lot of that, I think Hamad sees right through. His fast reactions, his knowledge of the game stops that from being very effective. So I think trying to out-solid him with Guile in a good matchup ends up being a better game plan.
Damn, Guile's got those sunglasses.
That's true, and he is not afraid to put him on, even though he's inside. But you know, Hamad's taking the corner again.
Du using those projectiles. Nice anti-air there.
Very nice late DP, catches the autocorrect, and the tension puts it back in the corner. Base the DP, very nice, and punishes the backdash. Fei Long, one of the few characters with a move long enough to punish that backdash every time.
That was a nice solid win there by Hamad.
Hamad's knowledge of Fei Long is just so great that even in bad matchups, it ends up working better for him than his alternate character in Elena.
Yes.
Focus whiffs on the jump in. That's going to be huge for Du. Very nice punish. 2 of those are always unsafe, unless it's EX.
Du working his way out. Oh, back in.
Du here at a pretty heavy light disadvantage, thrown to the corner. I think this is, or I meant Hamad at light disadvantage. This is probably Du's round, yes.
Oh, man. All right. NuckleDu closing out that round, and Hamad having a full super bar. Du almost having a full super bar.
Pretty much every lead Hamad has been dictated on his use of focus through fireballs. He either focuses through and gets a down jab combo, or focuses and hits with it. Misses the counter hit combo. That does indeed combo on counter hit, but stays safe anyway due to lack of reactions from Du. And that jumping heavy kick ends up moving his hurt box in such a way that it totally dodges the fireball and punishes from very far away. And now the tides are turned. Hamad very close to going up 2-0 in the last set of grand finals.
Hamad looking very strong in this round here.
Oh, hits by the Sonic Boom in the corner.
Do
one more hit will do it, and this will chip him out.
These projectiles. Yeah, that's it.
Hamad has put Du in the corner and kept him there, and it's been extremely important. The positioning matchup is entirely how you beat Guile. If you put him in the corner, he has a tough time moving backwards in order to throw Sonic Booms. If he puts you in the corner, he keeps you there with his great anti-airs.
Yes.
And frankly, that's been the story of the match. And one thing I like about Hamad is that he hasn't been jumping in the corner. He hasn't been giving Du any opportunity to get out. He's been standing at the range where Rekka works. He's been standing at the range where Down Fierce works and taking trades in order to slowly whittle down the match.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job. And at this point in time, he has a great read on NuckleDu on what he's going to be, when he's going to be throwing those projectiles, when he's going to be, throwing up those throws, when to tech them and things like that.
And Du has not yet selected his character. He's totally not sure.
No. We
know that Hamad's locked into Fei Long. Hamad is climbing. What a player to be in the situation where you get dominated in such a bad matchup in the winner side of grand finals, and then come back and take the reverse bad matchup and win it anyway.
Yeah.
I think we just saw Du pick Guile again, so he's going to be locked into winning 3 straight with Guile at this point, which is a match that so far he's 0-2 in.
We're going to see. We're going to see if he can pull this one off. Hopefully he can make some adjustments here, maybe even slow down the match a little bit. There's nothing wrong, like I said, turtling the matches out. Try to keep Hamad out with just normals,
The big thing is that Hamad is making such good reads on Down Fierce and such good reads on Rekka in order to beat normals and been focusing through every fireball. His reactions have been so integral to winning this matchup, and he's been so on point with it the whole time.
Here we go, okay.
I like that down jab. It counter pokes him out of the Rekka, and it's very safe to a focus.
You can see Du trying to work his way to the center of the screen again.
You saw command grab there get DP'd, and he didn't even spend a meter. At this point, Guile has 2 bars for the free out. But we've seen it's not really a free out due to meaty DP and due to punishing with the Rekka.
Uh-oh.
That will probably not punish. No way. And this is going to be the round for NuckleDu.
That's it.
Oh, but he does a bad punish, and it doesn't matter. There's really not much Fei Long could have done there. He could have done EXDP, but I don't think it was worth it.
Focus in.
That's actually a punish.
Yeah.
Guile's flashing because I believe 4 frames, which is just enough to punish the heavy version of the Rekka.
Oh, man. Thought we were going to see an air throw there for
Walks
a second.
forward so far there that he ends up catching him out of the throw tech. And yet again, that is not safe, and it does not block straight. NuckleDu playing a lot better this last round.
Yes.
He has Mod in the corner. It's going to be almost impossible for him to take this back. But that's a good way to start it. But it's safe.
Dash back. Oh,
and he ends up dashing into it.
What do we have?
Impossible is nothing for Hamad.
Okay.
And the tension. Could this be the stun?
Whoa. Oh, that's it.
That's it. The Ultra will definitely kill here. Woo! And Hamad, down from losing 3-1 in the winner side of grand finals, is now 1 round away from taking his 2nd straight Kumite in Tennessee and his 2nd straight Akuma trophy.
That's it.
What solid play, and what a comeback where it looked impossible. And a focus on the round. Okay, he spent a lot of meter doing that. Is now back to the corner, so it's a bad start to the round.
Rekka's out.
Ends up getting the lead back, but it's really close. Oh, and a bad jump attempting to read a fireball. And another fireball beats him out. It's going to be tough. 3 straight anti-airs. He's plus, but he gets thrown. And yet again, it's going to be a really hard situation to come back from.
Okay.
At this point, if he's the focus of Fireball, he'll actually end up losing real health. Because if you focus beyond the point where your life is, you lose actual health as opposed to just the, the gray health. And NuckleDu takes it.
Okay, Hamad 2, NuckleDu 1.
And that was such a close one. I'm almost sweating here despite not being on the stage. It's 2-1 here in grand finals. Both players are now in losers. If Hamad takes one more, he becomes a back-to-back Kumite Tennessee champion.
Winner. That's it.
I think NuckleDu is the favorite here, and he still has a very good chance to win.
Hamad moving in here.
We haven't seen one sunglasses from NuckleDu since the switch to Fei Long.
Right.
Oh, jump does not punish.
Oh, man. Oh, whoop. NuckleDu stuck in the corner again.
We've seen the throw tech situation after every chicken wing. I'd like to see that get read with a DP.
Hamad possibly trying to bait out.
Oh, he goes for a throw again. No DP happens.
Oh, man. Man, nice anti-air there by NuckleDu. Hamad's going to have to make some changes. He's being too aggressive trying to move in, and Du is responding by constantly knocking him out.
You're right. NuckleDu has upped the amount of sonic booms, and Hamad has unfortunately lowered the amount of focus attacks, which is the exact counter to what he needs to be doing. And there's the focus attack we want to see for him to get in.
Ooh.
Du's just been such a good job mixing up his footsie tools between the sonic booms and the low forward throw to beat or lose to the sonic boom, to beat or lose to the Rekka, I'm sorry, and the focus attack.
Ooh.
Gets in, but the life lead's pretty heavily in Du's favor at this point. We might see this go back to 2-2.
Man, both of these guys playing so smart and so patient right now.
Throws him out of the corner,
Nice
probably will
throw
get
there.
back out, yes.
Woo!
Oh, and the DP is backdash. This is a huge advantage for NuckleDu. At this point, one more throw, and even an overhead might take it. Avoids throwing the sonic boom, does not want to get hit by the ultra,
Wow.
and donkey kicks him out of the air.
2-2. This is it. Last game is going to win KIT. That's it.
This is definitely going to end up probably coming down to Fei Long versus Guile one more time.
Yeah.
We've seen it go exactly even so far in this set. There's no reason to believe either player's at a huge advantage. It's going to come down to how Hamad ends up reacting to what NuckleDu does.
Yeah.
We go back to the character select screen, but I still think he will end up picking Fei Long again. I think this is just for time.
Well, unless he picks Evil Ryu.
He could. He definitely could.
So let's take a quick shout out to our sponsors here. We've got the Steam Company, The Score, Ultimate Source, Namco, DCB Beats, Fight Sessions, The Daily Dot. We are being streamed by Panda X Gaming, and of course the wonderful arcade sticks by Mad Cats. And we are here, in Memphis, Tennessee.
And shout outs to Panda. I mean, Panda has done an amazing job. He streamed this. He streamed Absolute Battle. The production quality has been, aside from me as a commentator, has been wonderful so far. And we've really just seen a guy from Arkansas come out and make the best of what he can in all these tournaments where we might not otherwise get as much love. So we've seen Kumite in Tennessee, I heard, grew by over 100 entrants this year.
Great.
And I think we'll see it continue to grow with the release of Street Fighter V, with the release of all these new games. And I'm really excited to see what the future holds for fighting games, not just on the coasts, in the Tennessees.
And actually, this is one of the last tournaments for Ultra Street Fighter 4 before we, graduate to 5.
It could honestly be the last major one. So I'm really excited to see if NuckleDu can take it or if Hamad can defend his title. And NuckleDu's off to a great start with 3 consecutive hits, a throw, and 2 anti-airs.
NuckleDu's going in.
And we've seen almost very few Sonic Booms. Just the mix-up here is so good. It's almost impossible to tell whether he's going to back fist or Sonic Boom. And the options for beating both are different. He might stun him on normals alone. I think at this point, if you're Hamad, you have to save your meter usage and count your loss on this round. You're so far behind at this point, I don't think there's any point in using that meter. The frame trap, and here's the time to go in. We might see an Ultra as a hard read, honestly.
Let's see here.
One more Sonic Boom ship will kill. Flash Kick ends up getting beat by that. And NuckleDu here is on his last round match point to win Kumite in Tennessee after being knocked into losers by K-Bread and then beating him again. He's here versus Hamad. Let's see what he can do. He has won, I believe, 5 rounds straight.
Oh my.
And 2 back fists again. That's the first hit Hamad's gotten this whole set.
Hopefully Hamad can get over
this heavy punch has just been way too much for him to deal with. He has hit him with so many heavy normals that he could get stunned yet again just on footsies alone. The red focus there, not negative as much as so as the regular focus attack. And man, it's looking real grim for Hamad here. He needs to win this round to stay in the tournament.
Here we go.
Ends up getting it started,
The mix-up is.
The throw tech puts him in a range where another forward Fierce hits. And a flashing kick will do it.
that
And
is
a Fierce does it. NuckleDu is your
is the
Kumite
winner.
in Tennessee 2016 champion. Give it up for the guy who not knocked
Great
into losers
stuff.
and came back really hard solely using Guile.
He's going to get that gorgeous Akuma statue. Man, smart play, good stuff for NuckleDu. He worked really hard.
And he stuck with his main the whole way through there, despite counter picks, despite whatever. He ended up doing it all with the Capri and with Guile, the way he's been doing it for a while. I think it's really fitting that NuckleDu ends up winning this. He's been so dominant the last year.
Yeah.
A leader of this game, losing mostly to Japanese players, and with none in attendance, he cleanly takes another U.S. major.
Yeah, good for him. You know, great thing for a young guy from Florida. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
totally.
And a great way to start 2016.
I hope we'll get to see more of him in Street Fighter V. I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
I've actually heard him say he doesn't love the game that much yet, but I know he'll make a switch over.
Oh, yeah. most
Stick
definitely.
around, please.